Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Cool Toys, and this is going to be a look at what's on my table. Got a few action figures set aside, and we'll just bring it out, show them to you, and talk a little bit about them. I believe this is the All Striker. I'm not sure what version it is. It came with this driver right here. Um, it has this white flaked paint all over it, and of course, it's got this black paint. So it's a knight vehicle. I don't know if the white is supposed to simulate like it's sand or maybe even snow, possibly snow. That would make more sense. As you can see here, it's partially on this tire. Right here, it's white. That's not just the light. And then you turn it and it's just black. So it's only basically on one side of the tire, the white paint. Same here on the passenger side. So a night vehicle for the snow. This is a pretty cool vehicle. It always reminds me of that movie Navy SEALs. I'm pretty sure they had one of these or something similar to this and that. Maybe I'm thinking of Delta Force with Chuck Norris. That was another cool movie. So this is one of those, GI Joes with the O-ring in them, classic style. Still pretty cool. I like the paint that matches, well, this is gray and that's black, but it's not crazy. It's not bright orange or anything like that. And the driver's wearing sunglasses and he has a boonie hat on. Not sure if he came with a weapon or not. I can't find it this time. And they mix in well with your Marauders figures. Of course, Marauders, they're taller, so you can just imagine that, maybe this guy's just a shorter person. The standard for, like, I guess Marauders and the newer action figures would be like if this guy was 6 feet tall, and maybe this guy's only like 5'5" or something like that. So that's pretty cool. You can have different heights in your action figures. I wish they would do that more often, especially with guys of like different weights. Maybe like a big fat guy like Kingpin, but in GI Joe height of 3 3/4 or 4 inches, whatever they are now. Here's my Marauders guy with his gear on, a flak or bulletproof vest. I wish most of their vests wouldn't have all these peg holes in it, so if you just wanted it plain like that without putting on the extra pieces, it doesn't look strange, when you got them lined up with your other action figures. This guy kind of doesn't want to stand up, so I'm just going to put him in the background there. Here's Destro. He's pretty tall also, but his leg is really loose. This right leg is super loose. I remember like maybe 2 years ago, it wasn't that loose at all. So just over time, I guess with the plastic and everything, it's just breaking down. So he's definitely not going to stand. But I do like Destro's design in this. I believe this is the 25th anniversary or whatever. His ruby chain. Can't focus because I get background. Gray paint's nice, but I wish it was chromed out. Maybe they had another version that was chromed out, but this is the one that I have. That's a little crazy with all the grenades on his arm there, and they're red. They should just make them black or green. The missiles on his arm, that's cool, but it would be cooler if there was like a piece of metal that covered it up and you can pull it back, and maybe even if these can detach so you can simulate like they're shooting off his arm. Always thought that was cool. If he ran out of bullets or dropped his gun, he has missiles and he can definitely blow some stuff up and get out, escape. He's got, it looked to be a holster, but there's no gun on the back. I don't know if that's just supposed to be a medical kit or something. And looks to be like a communicator right there. And look at his like dog collar. Destro, he's one of my favorite bad guys for Cobra. And I have here, this is my Agent 47. If you're all wondering what happened to my other videos, I removed them all because who knows what's going on with this age restricted thing. So all those older videos, I don't have the 18 or older. For this video is for adults on the subtitle on the beginning of the video, so I removed them all. Just my newer videos, I'm gonna put that of course in with this video is for 18 and older, so that there's no problems in the future. Agent 47. Here is my Predator figure. I have him with his skull and spinal cord, like he just killed somebody and ripped it out. Nice paint on this figure. I did a review on him already. Whoops, sorry for the shaky camera. But really cool. He can stand in with... Oh, that was out of camera. I wasn't even looking. So here's Agent 47, and he's, you know, a bit taller. So these are awesome to fit in with your GI Joes. I have NECA Predators, but of course they're way too tall. They could only mix in with your Marvel Legends if you have Marvel Legends and NECA. Maybe I'll do that once I unpack them, my NECA figures, and put them next to some of my Marvel Legends, which I've recently been collecting. Here's another Agent. He has his sunglasses. Cool classic look. I like this look for an Agent. Have him here with an Uzi. And I ordered some more Marauders action figures. They should be coming in the mail. I actually got an email from Marauders.com, and they were like, we know our shipments are late, and we apologize, and we're going to give you some extra stuff in your package that you didn't order as a bonus, which is cool. I'm glad that, you know, they're giving you something extra. They're not just going to like, well, too bad, you know, our order's late, and we're just not going to do anything about it. Because they have my money already, and that's one thing I don't like is with some pre-orders, if you have to pay it in full. I'm giving you all my money, but I don't have your product yet. You know, that's not really fair. What would be fair is I give you half the money. Say this action figure was $10. I'll give you $5, and then when this I'm sorry, I was lost for words. If this item, when this item, this action figure is ready to be shipped, then I'll pay the remaining amount, you know, and then I'll give you your $10, and then you mail it to me. But until then, you only get half the money. You only get $5. Why should I give you the full $10 when you miss the promised deadline or promised date for delivery? You know, if you said this figure would be available at the end of this month, being February, and he's not ready to be shipped, well, that's not fair to me, the customer. You have my full amount of money, and I don't have my action figure that I ordered. Understand things happen with shipments and the people that are making these action figures. If it's coming from China and there's a problem in the factory and the molds aren't being made correctly, well, you know, that's between you and that company. Maybe you shouldn't do business with them. So I think that you should just take money for about half of, exactly half of what the action figure costs for. All right, enough about that. I have some more generic action figures here in this Ziploc bag. They came with some like Walmart vehicles, and I'm going to use these guys as just stand-in action figures if I ever build a diorama, and these guys can just, you know, look like regular civilians just doing their everyday normal stuff. Of course, this guy being like a motorcycle dirt bike rider. He even came with a fuel can, and I think there's a dirt bike somewhere. I gotta find it. So, I can just have him in a scene where, Cobra's coming through and, just blowing up stuff and he can just be annihilated or shot. I have a construction worker here. He came from a cat toy, cat being Caterpillar, which is heavy equipment, digging equipment for construction. So he's a cool construction worker. The hat doesn't come off. That would be nice if it did. But I would like if Marauders did something like this, just regular civilians with hats that come off and blue jeans and yellow shirts, just looking like regular people. This guy, his helmet does come off, which doesn't want to come off that much, but he's got like a squished head. Looks better with his helmet on. And here's another one, blue shirt. He's not too bad. Sculpt's not that bad on the face. So there's a civilian for you. Who else do I have here? I have some of my Crimson Guards. And you have your Crimson Guard with the helmet. And then I have one that came either with this guy, like 5 or 6 of them, or I can't remember if I just bought him by himself. But he has a removable helmet, which is really cool. I like it that you can remove helmets on your action figures. So you can pose him going to battle with his helmet, and then taking off his helmet after the war, before the war, when he's preparing to go to battle. So that's really, really cool, especially for Crimson Guard action figure. Oh, there's some dust back there. I haven't taken these guys out in a while. That dust was probably there before I put them in the bag. It was on my stand on a shelf for many years, probably like 7 years. But then I put them in a bag before I moved. Anyway, this video is getting a little long. I just want to show you all one more thing. This is a vehicle. Forget the name of it. You guys probably know. Put it in the comments. But it's cool. Has these engines that can turn so you can take off vertically. Has a cannon right here underneath. Looks real futuristic, almost like Halo type of stuff. Thing that bothers me though is that this is just all one solid color, and it's basically I guess it would be metal, but I really wish it was like this, where the canopy so you can see inside and see the action figure. Even if this is a red color if you can't tell, but if it was all red in these panels so you can see through to the canopy, to the driver. See, it has the plastic all over the inside, but they decided not to make it see-through here. And you got your driver in there. He barely fits in there. So this is cool. Wish it was on a larger scale. You can fit a driver and a co-pilot, pilot and co-pilot, and if they had like bombs that could attach to it, and maybe a cargo area. So this would be a really cool future vehicle for your role-playing and setting up dioramas. So that's basically about it. I'm just going to close this video out with the Predator. So far my favorite action figure of this year, especially for being on the smaller scale of GI Joe size and Marauders. Really, really cool. I like it a lot. So y'all take it easy. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all take care. This is Cool Toys. Later.